Hi, my name is Bobby. I'm a sophomore and I am a sports bettor. Now, I know that comes with its own stigma. Gamblers aren't exactly looked at in the best light, and for good reason too. Gambling addiction is a major problem in the world today, and it is not talked about enough. So, I set out to uncover the secret behind why gambling is such an addicting thing, and I wanted to figure out what my friends thought about it too. So, I interviewed them one at a time and asked them a few simple questions. Start just by saying your name and
I'm
then
James.
what you are.
I'm a senior.
If someone asked you to stop betting tonight, would you be able to?
Well, no, because when you're up, you want to. I have 200 in my account. I want to turn that to 2,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rethink this. I mean, don't get me wrong, we are not gambling addicts. We're college kids. We like watching sports, we like making money, and with sports betting, we found a way to do both at the same time. And sometimes it doesn't work out, but when it does, it feels pretty awesome.
All right. My name is Mateo Brzezowski. I'm a sophomore.
Alright. And when did you start betting, and what made you get into it?
So I started watching the Pat McAfee show, and they have like a segment called Hammer Down, and they just talk about like betting and everything. And so I used to watch it, and one of the guys, they call him like Gump. He's like really good at betting. So I started like following his picks. So I'm pretty sure it was that.
Even if you're a casual sports fan, you've probably heard of sports books like DraftKings, FanDuel, maybe even Caesars or BetMGM, sports books that guys like Pat McAfee represent. The problem is, those mainstream sports books aren't legal here in Florida yet. So we have to resort to some of the lesser known apps. Fliff has everything a normal sports book would have, from game lines, odds boosts, which give you a bigger payout for special events, and even straight bets. Prize Picks, on the other hand, is strictly individual player props. They also offer higher payouts for parlays, which is when you combine multiple picks into a single bet to improve the odds. So while they aren't as well known, they still have a lot to offer.
Hi, I'm Stephen Cupo. I'm a sophomore at the University of Tampa.
First question, when did you start betting and what made you get into it?
Probably around like 2020, I'd say like 2 years ago. A lot of my friends were, and I watched a lot of sports, so I thought I'd be able to make a little money off of it, have some fun. Mostly fun. I like watching sports. It puts a little risk to it, makes it a little more fun to watch, certain things to look at.
One of the best parts about using these smaller apps is that they're kind of underground. It's easier to find those things to look out for. They have communities that share picks with each other and work together to find the best plays to do. The best way to make the most money is to find the absolute best value plays. To do this, we create a model to show us exactly where that hidden value is.
Fuck. Dude, I don't even know where to look. Alright, so the two plays that I'm liking the most after consulting with Bobby and the model, I'm liking this. I usually do straight bets because it's more safe, but I like these two a lot. So,
Although some of us are more convinced that there is an actual strategy to this than the others.
I think there's like little ticks here and there, like you can kind of tell how certain players are doing, but the sports books know that and they make it very, very difficult for you to actually be right.
if you want to be successful, like do straight bets, don't do parlays, like JMO.
It's definitely a little bit of both because you do never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going on in the personal lives of most of these guys. You just want them to play good and you expect them to play good, and you can take your anger out on the player when they do bad.
You're shitting me. Stop. You're shitting me. You're shitting me.
But in reality, you don't know like the factors that's causing them to screw up.
Strategy, I mean, it's kind of like luck and stats. Like it depends the sport. Like football is just like football. I want to say is like 70% luck, 30% like knowing what you know, because I like to think I know more than the average person about football.
Bro, did he just lose a yard? I'm actually gonna flip my shit. Nah. I'm literally gonna throw that camera off the parking garage. Show the parking garage.
But it's just like it's very unpredictable, whereas NBA it's kind of more it's more predictable, and then baseball is like a mix of both.
So this is the model that we use to figure out which bets have the best value. We input player props from across all sports books, and it spits out these numbers. But the ones that are most important are over here with mix and rating. Mix essentially takes a player's statistics from the entire season thus far, and rating is how likely that player is to perform at that level or exceed that level. So the higher the number, the greater the chances. And while it doesn't 100% guarantee a hit, it certainly boosts your odds of choosing the right ones, and it narrows down the pool of players that you want to pick from. So once you have this smaller list of players to pick from, you place your bets, and all that's left to do is sit around, watch the games, and sweat them out.
No way. He's so good. He's so good. Oh, shit. So good. Got it. Oh my God! That's gotta be enough. That's gotta be enough. That's gotta be enough, bro. Holy fuck, how much is it? No way. That's gotta be enough, right? No, that's 54! Nah, there's no way. Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, thank God. Bro, look at this. Look at this. I won by 0.06. You got that?
Nope.
Is it focused?
Yep.
0.06.
Do you have any, like this kind of off the cuff, any funny stories or any like crazy memories you have like from gambling, like any parlay that you were like?
Yes, last week. I had a 4-leg parlay. I made it at my friend's place when I was visiting him in college, and it was 2 overs on scores for a game. It was the Bulls to beat some good team, and then it was the Pacers to beat the Lakers. And all 3 legs hit by the time I got home. And then like 1 in the morning, I was sitting up watching the Pacers game. They were down by 17, and then some random rookie, Andrew Nembran, sank a sick 3 to win the game. And I freaked out, and my parents yelled at me for waking them up.
Sometimes we don't even know the name of the guys that we're betting on.
Nemhart, my bad.
In a single bet, probably 100, maybe over. Total. When I was doing it illegally, total I went down 500. But now that I'm doing it legally, I'm up with all those ones. So
I don't know. I didn't really do anything crazy. I kind of just tried to stay professional with it, I guess you could say. So I think it was like 100.
Can you talk a little bit about how you're doing it illegally, maybe?
So when I was doing it illegally, it was through this website where my friend gave me a login, and he knew a guy where he had links on this website, and then he would sell logins to agents, and my friend was an agent. So then I would cash app him when I would lose, and then he would cash app me when I would win. And total, I probably paid him 500 or more, but it's not technically him because it's that guy, and that guy's buying logins from the website people. So it's like a whole chain, basically.
The most I've ever lost in a single day, probably nothing crazy. Probably like maybe 20 bucks. But I have had bad stretches.
If Olave scores, bro, I'm gonna do things you're not gonna be allowed to record.
The fuck is this?
I'll leave it to Kamara to fuck it up.
Well, we made 50 cents tonight.
Well, all right. What was I thinking in my rough stretch, basically? My rough patch. I can only lose 100% of my money, but I can win an infinite amount. That was the process.
Okay, that might be the stupidest thing I have ever heard. We've spent most of our time listening to guys who place bets every single day and think they know what they're talking about. But what's it like for someone who has never bet before in their life but watches us go through it every single day?
Yeah, can I vape during the interview?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I'm Nathan Ullman. I'm from Delaware. Should I look at you or the camera?
Look at me if you want.
Okay. Nathan Ullman from Delaware, sophomore. Excited for this interview, man.
Good. Glad to hear it. What's it like living with three people that constantly are talking about sports betting?
You know, it's difficult. I'll say that. You know, I come out here, I have no idea what anybody's talking about ever. And I just hear people screaming all night at the TV. But, you know, I really wouldn't want it any other way.
Great. Have you ever at any point have you been like, damn, like I should get on that. Like that sounds like fun. Or are you like, I should stay away?
I mean, yeah, once I hear you guys start making money, I'm like, damn, I really got to get on this shit. Like, can I see it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I got to get on that. And then I'll hear you guys lose like a bunch of money and I'm like, never mind.
So do you have like a strong opinion on betting either way, positive or negative, just from like the outside looking in?
I mean, yeah, from my point of view, looking at you guys, I don't know if it's the smartest thing. You know, you guys seem to get really angry sometimes, maybe even violent at times, you know.
When? Yeah.
Violent.
God,
That motherfucker right there.
I think you're the one who threw the knife one night.
From your perspective,
Right.
like living with us, seeing what we're doing, do you think we have a problem, or do you think like we're just whatever?
I think 100% you guys have a problem. I think it's getting bad. I think it's been bad. I think it's only getting worse. I mean, it's every day, ups and downs, and you guys just, if you win, you're happy. If you lose, you're sad. I think it's just, you know, I think it's like navigating your whole mood at this point.
So even with all of our knowledge and experience, we still hit very infrequently. And while we're still making money, we're making a decent amount of money doing it, we know that it's not sustainable, and we're all willing to stop at any point if it was necessary. But I asked everyone, regardless, to give some final words of advice if you yourself are looking to start sports betting. Let's hear what everyone had to say.
Don't start.
Don't get into it.
Say don't start, but, you know, chase a bag. You know, gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. If you want to bet and you want to be successful with it, you have to do your research. And also do it legally, because if you do it illegally and you get down, then there's stories about people coming to break your legs and stuff, and then beat you up to get their money and stuff. So you want to be doing it legally, so then at the most you just owe your credit card company a few $100s, and then you can get away with it and you just go into credit debt.
So initially there was this plan to conclude the documentary with this big celebration, big party, go out, have a great time, because we all had just won big. We all had hit the jackpot, won $100, $200, whatever it was. But that didn't happen. We didn't win that much. We maybe won $30. But we still had fun. We had a good time. And all of our bank accounts are in the green. Nobody is in debt, which I think is cause for celebration in and of itself. So with that, we're going to go have some fun. Thanks for watching.